What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So something I did want to talk about today with Forza Horizon 5 is going to be the crossplay and pretty much how it's on every single platform. Now, we all do know right now, and I'm also aware that Forza Horizon 5 is going to be crossplay on PC and Xbox, which I would say is going to make sense. I mean, they're kind of connected in a way. PlayStation obviously is not part of that yet because it will be soon. But the reason why I did want to talk about this is, well, we all do know a lot of players probably want to get a racing game they can't play with all of their friends on, whether that's going to be, one of your friends on Xbox, one of them is on PC. Maybe they ended up buying those, that's what they probably wanted. You're going to be on PlayStation, but the thing is, if you're going to be playing certain racing games, which for this I am going to give a quick example, Motorfest, for example, you cannot do free roam with anybody unless they're on the exact same platform as you, but yet there is going to be an entire cross-play advertisement thing in the game that is going to be showing you that it is crossplay, even though it's going to be grand races and, of course, leaderboards. The reason why I do see this being an issue is everybody does want to play with their friends, but the thing is, I was seeing comments on that old video I did about the crossplay, how it works. Someone was like, well, I'm on PlayStation, my friend's on Xbox, can we play together? The thing is, no, you cannot do free roam together. I also don't think you can invite people if they're not going to be on the same platform as you. Let me check that real quick. Profile here, crew management. You can probably invite people to your crew, obviously, but the thing is, if they are going to be on a completely different platform than you, then you are probably going to have issues with them joining you because that doesn't exactly work. If I go here, wanted to click on one of the players' profiles, I would almost guarantee every single one of them is obviously going to be on PlayStation. The weird part is, though, I do know in the session it's going to be 29 people in the Motorfest 10 itself, but in the actual map it's only going to be, I think it's 7 to 10, something like that, to where you can have all of them pretty much in the said server with you. The issue, though, is if you are looking to play the game and do free roam, which I would say is the biggest request everybody has. Also, I'm going to predict right now, guys, watch, we're probably going to see in a few months from now, Ubisoft is most likely going to announce something that crossplay is coming to Motorfest. The reason for that is Forza Horizon 5 alone having this feature is going to be massive. Now, I do understand to a certain extent that it's probably going to be pretty far-fetched because, to be honest, I don't know if they're going to implement crossplay. We all do know that's probably going to be a lot of stuff on the server side of it and all that, like the networks. And I'm probably going to guess and say the game might have not been designed to have full crossplay on free roam, which I really think they probably should have had that in mind. But then again, who actually would have thought we were going to have Forza coming out this year on PlayStation? I was not honestly expecting it. In ways, I was thinking that yes, it was coming to PlayStation, but the biggest question was when. And now here we are. It seems like it's going to have a big feature basically that does benefit everybody. And I really do feel like, guys, this is legit going to be so dang cool. I really feel like being able to free roam with people on every platform is legit what most people do want. Like, yeah, we're going to have crossplay for Grand Racing. That's cool, but what if people don't always want to race or try to, race with people? But the thing is, you can't even invite people on other platforms to join you in a grand race, which is definitely going to be a bit weird. So if you did want to join them, well, it's probably going to be randomized if it's even possible. Yo, hover over this and now click within 5 seconds. Like, you shouldn't have to do things like that. And I do feel like only having to play grand races being that multi-platform is most likely down to the fact to fill the races up easier, make it easier to find people, because depending on how the player base is, only having one specific platform or lock to it, then yeah, it's probably going to be harder to find people. The thing is, I have been seeing so many comments everywhere, guys, recently on like the Motorfest posts on Instagram, X and stuff. Everybody's legit like, y'all have to add crossplay, it has to come soon. We all do know Forza Horizon's coming in a few months, so that's going to be a crazy win. Being able to buy that game alone, play with your Xbox friends, PC friends, that is really going to be such a big step in the right direction for gaming. I gotta admit that, and I do understand this is probably going to sound insane or people might hate on it and stuff. Going, that's not that game changing, like it's just crossplay, but the thing is, there's really not a lot of racing games right now with the scale of Forza that you can do that with. Seriously, guys, name a racing game right now that you could be crossplay with every single platform and a massive open world like Forza with everybody, all the vehicles. And there is legit a lot of things to offer that basically everybody can enjoy together. That is seriously going to be a massive win that, again, basically no racing game really has on that scale. We all do know the crew doesn't have it. Need for Speed Unbound is basically forgotten. I don't even think they're probably going to be even updating that game anymore because of Battlefield and stuff coming, which I am excited for the news on that game. But the thing is, Need for Speed's basically done. The Crew Motorfest does not have that entire network set up. It's only going to be grand races and leaderboards. So guess what? If you're looking to have a big open world racing game with a crazy amount of vehicles in it and all kinds of crazy car lists and cars probably players wanted in Motorfest but they're not there, you're also then going to have the big map, and you can also play that with anybody on basically any platform. Is going to be crazy, man. I really do feel like it's going to have a huge influx of players coming from PlayStation. And heck, it might even bring Xbox people who haven't played the game in a minute back to it and stuff. Because now, what if your friend has PlayStation, you like Forza, but you're playing Xbox? Your friend obviously can't join you because we know it ain't possible at the moment. But luckily, they will be able to join you now. So guess what? We can now have open lobby free roam with everybody on every single platform, man. I just see this as a huge win. I really do like the fact that Xbox, or I guess you could say Microsoft, is bringing Forza over. I do know there's going to be haters on both sides. We all do know every game has negatives. Like, that's something you really can't get rid of. They all really have, like, some type of negatives to them. But I'm trying to look at the positives of what Forza coming to PlayStation is going to bring. And I do feel like crossplay being open, free roam to every single platform is such a huge win, bro. Like, I am legit so dang hyped for that. I feel like that is awesome. And the fact that that was the headline on the post on Twitter right there alone kind of tells me in a way that they were seeing what people were saying about Motorfest, or seeing that you couldn't actually be in a real online lobby with everybody. Maybe they basically jumped in and went, if we did this, that alone would be a game changer. And guess what? It is probably going to be something that most people would buy this game for just for that reason. And we all do know right now the entire server side of it in racing games tends to be an issue with this. I mean, looking at something like Test Drive Unlimited, to where finding people can be a challenge in itself. And then on top of that, they're also going to have the fact that it's going to be region locked, and it is not going to be crossplay either. So guess what? If you want to play with your friends, they're going to have to be in the same region and on the same platform. That alone is going to be a big issue, especially for finding lobbies and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of a problem. Then on the other side of that, on Motorfest, though, staying in the same lobby with people sometimes is also going to be a challenge. I was noticing sometimes they would disappear. I'd be cruising with people and they'd be gone. Other times I'd be like, okay, I could play with people for like an hour. It seems to be okay. Then other times you'd see a few people in your lobby, they all disappear and stuff, which I would say can stem down to a few different things. Like if you wanted to have like good proper servers, you wanted to play with people, meet them, it is going to add an issue with that because they don't even stay in your server. And the crazy part to me, though, is that is going to be just seeing randoms in regular servers cruising around and stuff. If you did end up trying to join a crew, sometimes it's going to work. It might be great. Other times, you're also then going to have the problem where you can't even see your crew members. And you can't even join a race because you get a black loading screen that lasts forever. Then it's going to pop up and go, oh, well, now you have to join the race alone. It's like, well, really? I was in a crew before, but I guess I am not. Like, that is seriously a big issue. And the last thing I did want to mention is I do understand that Need for Speed Unbound is probably going to be over. But you know what, though? The servers in that game did work pretty dang decently. And on top of that, the entire, like, free roam thing they had with, like, the link ups of the things you can do with people. From what I did end up seeing, the amount of matches I played, the amount of free roam matches I were in, I really never lost connection to any of them. And it did seem like most of the people I were playing with stayed in the lobby the entire time and stuff. So, boom, that is going to be a positive. But the thing is, though, if you're looking to have a really good server side of it, you want a good stable server, having people disappear in free roam is going to take away different activities you can have in free roam, which I would say is also going to mess up the future of it. So I would say, guys, if you're looking to be able to play with people, for me, I think this is a huge win. I am mad excited for this because I feel like it's going to be so dang great for the overall competition in the racing game genre. The insane part to me, though, is we really are going to have probably the biggest open world game. We all can agree on that, guys. Forza is massive, and it's going to be crossplay on every single platform, which currently no racing game has it, at least on the scale of Forza. This is something I feel like is going to make Motorfest improve, and I don't know what's going to happen with Need for Speed. That's kind of up in the air, but I do feel like the crew is most likely going to have to improve after something like this because a lot of players are not only going to be able to have a new experience on PlayStation, but on top of this being a new experience, you can also drive around with people on other platforms, enjoy the free roaming aspect, because you really could never do that before. I really do wonder if this is basically going to have a new stamp for the future of racing games, making them being crossplay, because guys, this is so dang insane. Do let me know what y'all think about Forza Horizon 5 having full crossplay in the comments below. I gotta admit, I feel like this is really going to stir things up.